I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any coming.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. The children will grow, and it's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Ready. 30 base. Go out. You ain't got nothing.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On first down, it's Mitchell. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Rock it. Recon, 132 fighter.
Pick the edge. Come. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Christian Kirk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look
through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you've noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Exit. Hurry.
On 1st and 10, McMahon, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. The 20, 10, and they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Eagles 7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
All day, just like that. Just like
Hard. Get it.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, stand off. Snap.
Off the play fake. McMahon. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Operating from the gun, McMahon. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 44 yards. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A pretty wild first quarter. 24.
Look at me. Go. Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At
Go
this
out.
24-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Big hold of the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. Complete. Smith has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now with Smith. And he is going to lose yardage here. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Throwing is Mariota. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw. McMahon. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, McMahon. Open man is Kirk, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Check, 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 check.
Topper, topper.
Check, check, shoot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. So the ball position now at the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running on first down, Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And he rifles one incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check 99. Check 99. Check.
They'll run for it with Eckler, and he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th, and the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you call multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Here we go, here we go. 70, Indy. Rock it. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. McMahon. That's going to be caught by Kirk. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Looking to throw. McMahon. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From a yard out. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the blitz coming, and down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes over the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Check 24, check.
Hard.
Rush in.
Go.
Looking to throw on second down. McMahon, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. His intended receiver, the tight end, Caleb Wilson. And it'll bring up third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. It's complete to Diggs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Play action now. Mariota. Eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, lock it. SOS. Back. Dude.
Off play action. McMahon. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Undercut.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. He's going to air one out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they work this out past the 25. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A first down carry for Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. On 3rd down, Mariota. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he's got some space here. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help him get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mike 59.
Hey, Jack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McMahon. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Desmond King picks it, and his guys... football at their own 47-yard line.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 4. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Danielle Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night. On 3rd down, McMahon. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. From the gun, Todd into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
On 1st and 10, McMahon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Operating from the gun. Todd. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Michael Gallup, 84 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Let's go. 60 or.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Look at me. Go now.
Off the play fake. McMahon, he sets to fire deep. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Back to throw. Time. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Hey, lock it.
On first down, Mitchell. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
Here we go.
We'll check on his status when we get back. On second down now, it's Sanders. And now look at him go. The 30, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Eagles 51, Vikings.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw. Tom. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Back to throw. Todd looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Come on here, come get some. He don't want it.
They'll run on first down. Mitchell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McMahon. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They started on the ground with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 3rd down. Time. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Mitchell. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, pass down the middle is fought for and hauled in. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. On 1st down, Todd, he's going to let it fly. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Todd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.